The Call of Duty Blackout Battle Royale beta has been out for 4 days now, and I've played enough of it to answer the question, will Blackout kill Fortnite? Can Call of Duty win back the hearts and minds of all the players who have deserted it for the Battle Royale experience in the past year? Well, it's never going to win them all back, but Blackout has definitely exceeded early expectations so far and can definitely get a victory royale of its own in the BR genre. First off, I just want to say how much fun I've had on the Blackout beta so far. The COD maps within the actual map provides that little sprinkle of nostalgia to get players like me interested, and then you add zombies and classic weapons. Before we even get to the new content, the gadgets that give you different ways to play, the perks add another layer to the meta. The armour is, well, that's probably the most controversial part of the game so far. Tier 3 armour anyway is causing many a burst blood vessel, but it's already being nerfed, so happy days. I haven't even mentioned the vehicles either, which are easy and fun to use. The cherry on top of the cake for myself though is death chat. Being able to hear someone after you eliminate them from the game is absolutely glorious.
Oh fuck!
I swear I did not boost that audio on. You've got some blood coming out of your ear, by the way. I would get that sorted. Anyway, despite this fantastic start for Blackout, will it be able to compete with the absolute behemoth that is Fortnite in both player count and revenue? 40 million players a month, about 3.2 million players per day on Fortnite. That's like a lot of people. COD in its heyday never really hit those numbers, so how is it going to challenge those numbers and even absorb some of that player base for Black Ops 4 and Blackout now? Of course, you also have to consider the PC side of things too, where COD has never been renowned for being popular and polished, but that's changing this year. With Blizzard pulling the strings, a fully refined and customisable COD actually stands a chance of making waves in the PC realm and could certainly suck away some players from a certain other, rather clunky Battle Royale game which we'll discuss later on. Back to Fortnite though, there is one major glaring difference between it and Blackout, a £50 or $60 difference to be precise. The fact that Fortnite is actually free is obviously going to give it a huge advantage over any other paid for BR game. A free game that's actually as good as Fortnite is will shit all over the competition for a long time to come in my opinion, but that doesn't mean Blackout as part of a paid game can't do well, and Activision investors seem to think they're onto a winner already. Activision and Blizzard shares took a jump after the initial great reaction Blackout received, and analysts are estimating that Blackout alone can generate more than $500 million a year. That's like a lot of money. Not as much as the $1.2 billion Fortnite has apparently made in a year, but still nothing to be sniffed at. Epic Games have set the benchmark in a lot of things recently, especially monetising skins etc. in their game in such a way that people actually don't mind and are even positive about it. Like, Fortnite fans lose their minds when a really cool skin is released. They can't buy it quick enough, whereas COD or Activision I should say are good technically at generating money through microtransactions, most notably the infamous supply drops, but their PR is nowhere near as healthy when it comes to that, so it'd be interesting to see if Activision wants to adopt a different, even more successful and honourable model to separate the fans and their hard-earned cash. Something like the Fortnite Season Pass perhaps. I think that's what Activision are going for with the Black Ops Pass, although the Black Ops Pass includes stuff for multiplayer and zombies, so again it'll be interesting to see if Blackout gets its own Season Pass type of system to keep the big bucks rolling, but also keep the players engaged too. You just know the people in the suits, the people that make the decisions in the boardroom at Activision will definitely be keeping an eye on this. But that's enough talk about what the people in the suits think. What are the actual players? What are we thinking? Across the board, I'd say COD fans, both current and former, were really quite sceptical about a COD BR mode. I was hyped personally because I trust Treyarch as a studio, but I don't believe I was in the majority. People's initial reactions included a lot of stuff like, oh, COD's ran out of ideas, they're just hopping on the bandwagon. The COD engine can't handle a BR mode, it'll be 18 players and 2 frames per second. Not to mention the backlash over a campaign mode being sacrificed for BR. A lot of fans took that as a personal attack. How dare they not have a campaign? I won't be buying it. Having said that, I seen an interview with David Vonderhaar and Dan Bunton of Treyarch yesterday, in which they said that the campaign for Black Ops 4, which they had originally planned, was never going to be a traditional campaign anyway. It was going to be like a co-op campaign, so they didn't actually scrap a regular Call of Duty campaign to make a Battle Royale mode. It was going to always be a multiplayer game, according to them. Anyway, believe it if you want. Then we fast forward to the beta, and Treyarch have definitely won a lot of players over. In fact, I've seen a lot of tweets and posts on Reddit saying stuff like, I genuinely can't believe Treyarch have pulled this off, and it's only a beta. We don't even have the full player count yet, and there's still lots of tweaks and optimization that needs done. On that note though, another benchmark Epic Games have set is how to constantly update and improve a game. Weekly updates with new content, both big and small. The map changes, new weapons and items get added, broken and unused stuff gets removed. It's a constant cycle that has totally set Fortnite apart from the competition. Meanwhile, COD is actually notorious for taking too long with updates and new content. Before you know it, players have lost interest, and that's something that's going to have to change if Blackout wants to compete with Fortnite. I want to see new maps in the map, throwback weapons, lots of challenges, limited time modes, new characters, all sorts of changes, both permanent and temporary, across the board to keep the player base engaged and bring new players in. And what were those new players playing previously? Fortnite and PUBG. I think Blackout can really siphon off the casual player bases of those games. In terms of Fortnite, the players who enjoy the gameplay of Fortnite, the wackiness, but aren't 100% into the cartoony style of the game, that's who will come into Blackout from there. And more interestingly for me, PUBG players, most likely former COD fans, FPS fans really, who are getting a bit tired of PUBG's on optimization. I mean, especially on Xbox. PUBG on Xbox One is a joke, let's be real. It plays like a fucking slideshow and it's clunkier than the Big Show running the Ninja Warrior obstacle course. So they'll be changing allegiances, but on PC it's not all rosy either for PUBG. Its player base at 1 million per day is hardly dead, or murdered. It's been steadily dropping for quite a while now, but in fact when the Blackout beta launched, it was the first time PUBG dropped below 1 million players per day on Steam for a full year. If I was Bluehole, the developers of PUBG, I would be definitely worried about how polished Blackout is compared to their game on both console and PC. There will of course be the hardcore military sim fans of PUBG that will stay loyal because Blackout isn't exactly going to provide that kind of gameplay, but the casual fans will seriously be tempted to jump ship, and I think there is potential for Blackout to give PUBG the H1Z1 treatment, the same treatment PUBG gave H1Z1, basically annihilating its player base. Blackout obviously has a lot more similarities to PUBG, but I do think Blackout sits very nicely between the top two BR games. You have the more realistic shooter combined with the faster pace and wackier gameplay with zombies, etc. Almost the best of both worlds, so it's in a good spot right now. I know a lot of people would love to see Fortnite die, and I'm not included in that. I think Fortnite certainly has its place. I enjoy Fortnite a lot, and to answer the question in the title, no, Blackout won't kill Fortnite. It is too much of a dedicated fan base for what it offers, in the sense of that nothing else is really that similar to Fortnite or even done well enough to knock it off its throne yet. Anyway, whereas PUBG players will definitely be taking notice of Blackout and what it has to offer to its current players. Folks, thanks for watching, and please do leave a like and a comment with your thoughts on what Blackout will do for the BR genre, whether you strongly agree or disagree, let me know. And anyone who's new around here, who's into Call of Duty and Blackout, why not consider hitting that subscribe button, as well as a wee notification bell to join the notification squad, like these two legends right here. And my big announcement that I had was that I now have channel memberships activated. There should be a join button next to my channel name below, but if not, there'll be a link in the description where you can join for a £5 a month, and you'll get a badge next to your name on the channel. Woodland Camo of course for the newbies, but come back for another month and you'll get Blue Tiger. You can see where this is going. You'll also get exclusive access to custom emojis such as these. At the moment, the other perk is that on the 13th of each month, all members get a personal shout out in a video, which I'm going to do the inaugural one now. Shout out to Fossil Hammer, Mr. Werecat, James Lenegan, Andrew McNair, Robert Jacobson, Isaac Holden, Tactical Diesel, Ovelts, James English, Jonzo, George Priest, and Epic Nero. Thank you so much for becoming members, folks, and we'll have more perks coming in the future. This is just the beginning. Have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.